You're right, YouTube. How you doing? Right. First thing, why is it every time I leave YouTube, just leave it for a little bit and everything kicks off? Got to say that, because all I've seen on my news feed for YouTube videos is basically content ID claims and all that kind of stuff. Obviously it doesn't affect me because I haven't done any gameplay videos or anything like that, so it don't matter. But I just thought, I clicked on it the other day. I've actually been off YouTube for a while just because I've been mainly chilling out and I've had my own problems basically. But I come back and look what happens. It all kicks off. What's going on? For you people that do the things that have led to this, i.e. uploading full albums and all that kind of stuff, stop it. You're ruining it for the rest of us. We just want to show off our hobby. We just want to do what we do. So please, whoever does it, just stop. You know, it's ruining it for the rest of us. Right, with that past, I just thought I'd throw that in. Anyway, with that past, as you guys already knew, I went out and bought a Vita, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. I have got some pickups for it, which I'm pretty pleased with myself for. I was going to pick up one today, actually, but it actually went up in price and I thought, screw that, so I didn't bother. Anyway, as you guys know, I got the Vita and also the two games that came with it, which I showed you before, which are those two, which were in my last video, Rayman Origins and Batman 2 DC Superheroes. But yeah, playing Rayman, it's getting a little bit tough now, but you know, I'm getting through it slowly. As for the Batman one, my wife has been playing and I'm damn sure she's near clocking it, so you know, we'll find that out, and she's just laughed there, you can hear her. Anyway, back to business. I picked up a case for my Vita because, as we all know, the actual console itself isn't exactly that portable when you think about it. Open screen that can get scratched and basically damaged very easily. So I ended up going to Game, and they have, which I was actually fair surprised at because last time I went in they were actually the 15 quid that it says on the box. But basically was 15 quid, 14.99, whatever, if you want to be picky, at the 1p, I don't care. Went down to £5. Now the reason I bought this was because a lot of my consoles tend to go with me every now and then, and I don't really use them that often, but when I put them down I like to know if they drop on the floor or anything else. I've got two kids which fiddle, you know exactly what I mean if you're in the same position as me, but they tend to knock things off tables and things like that, so I have a case for pretty much every portable that I own. So I thought I'd invest in this for a £5. I wasn't complaining, and I'm going to show you the reason why. Obviously you get a zip case with it. You also get an actual silicone case, which impressed me because the case actually looks pretty good. And I've actually already put it on my Vita, so I'm going to show you it on the Vita. So, you know. Also, over the last couple of weeks as well, or 4 weeks or whatever, I can't remember when I last did a video, I've also got a few games as well. So I'm going to lead you through them, one of which I actually bought today as of doing this video. So, but yeah. I shall show you that, but that's basically the box for it. You get cleaning cloth, screen protectors and all that. I've not bothered with the screen protectors because that's what the case is for. You put it in the case, it stops it from getting scratched, but I'll put that back over there. And I'll shut the camera then. Oh yeah. Anyway, now I'll show you the case first because it's basically your bog standard case, pretty much. Hard, top down, it's got like a cover for your buttons and all that kind of thing. Got your little lanyard there as well. Now, most of you have probably already seen this case anyway, but I'm going to lead through it anyway because it's my pickup video, so yeah. But yeah, inside you've got like nice smooth surface on there, which is, it's actually quite a nice touch actually. On top of that, you've got inside, you've got that, which is like a little flap with some elastic on it, which you can put your Vita in so that it doesn't drop out, but it really doesn't bother. The thing that does it for me is because every case I own technically does have, except for my PSP one because obviously it uses discs, in order to make slots for them you're going to need a big case. so I've not really gone into it. But yeah, on that one you've got basically little pouches for the games, and obviously most of the DS cases that have pockets in them as well for the actual games, because they are just SD cards essentially. So, but yeah, that's the case. Like I said, nice and hard, so if it drops it won't smash my Vita to bits, although they are fairly rugged anyway, so you know. Now I'm going to have to move the camera a bit further that way because you can need light to see this. Now I actually got this with the actual case, and if you can see, it's like textured, and I didn't actually notice this until I got it out of the case earlier, but it's textured, and what gets it for me, if you know me, I like me racing games, and this caught my eye because it's like a tyre tread basically, and I thought that was pretty epic. Could just be me being simple-minded, but if that's the case, it'd be great. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. It leaves pretty much everything that you've got on there open. The only thing I was a bit sceptical about when I got it, and I took it out, was the buttons, because it actually covers the buttons on the top, but they're actually very, very easy to press. You get some cases which cover the buttons and they don't really respond that well, but it does actually respond pretty damn well, and I was pretty impressed with that. But you've got a little button there for the on button, and then your volume buttons at the top. On the front, it also covers your start and select buttons, but it does, and your PS button there, but it does, it's not hard to press, it just, I know you get some cases and it covers them and you think, wow, it's really hard to press, but it's just not. It's actually quite good for how cheap it was, so I'm pretty impressed with that. But yeah, that's that. Now, the games I've bought, a PSP game and 2 Vita games, which, two of which I have been after for a while. If you watch my channel, you'll know that I love Assassin's Creed, and that's where this next game comes in, because, well, Assassin's Creed, I'm going to buy it. There are a few I don't own, but I will own in time, because I'm aiming more towards the handhelds at the moment, because you all know what happened to the game room. It's simple. But yeah. Basically, first game, Assassin's Creed Liberation. Now, I have clocked this, and while I'm here, I might as well do a small kind of review of it. Now, it plays pretty much like Assassin's Creed 3, which is part of that series. The only difference is you're actually playing a woman assassin in the game who grows up not knowing who her real mum is. Her real mum goes missing right at the beginning, and you play the whole game with this woman trying to take down basically things like Templars and things like that. There is a bonus bit to it as well, where Connor shows up out of Assassin's Creed 3, and it's a good mission. There is a way you can play as Connor. I haven't figured that out yet, but I will, because I do like Assassin's Creed 3 as much as that game was slaughtered after, you know, the other games. I mean, I agree with some points, but Assassin's Creed wasn't that bad of a game. Or at least number 3 wasn't anyway. You know, it's just everyone's personal preference. It took a while to get into, more than normal, but, you know, you deal with that. It's a story. But yeah, the actual game itself plays pretty much exactly the same as Assassin's Creed 3, with a few odd differences. But, you know, you get there eventually. But that I have clocked, and if I was to turn around to anybody and say get that, then get it if you have a Vita. If you don't want a Vita, or obviously you don't actually have one and you really can't be bothered getting one, this game is actually coming out on PSN for the PlayStation 3 as a HD remake for download. I'm not sure if it's coming out on physical copy, it might be, but it is coming down as Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation HD on PlayStation Network. So if you don't want a Vita, hold out a little bit longer, because that will be out soon. So you don't have to play it on the Vita, go and play it on your PS3 or something. Alright? But that's that one. Like I said, good game. Go out and get it. Not just for a Vita. Don't buy a Vita for it, just, you know. Anyway, moving on. The game I picked up today is I've played it before, I've clocked it before. When I had my Vita last time, I actually got rid of my Vita because I needed money. That ain't going to happen this time. It's not going anywhere. But the game in question, Uncharted Golden Abyss, absolutely awesome game. I love the Uncharted series. Hopefully, there's a teaser trailer on PlayStation's YouTube channel. If, by any means, the Uncharted sign on that channel means that there's going to be another Uncharted game, then please, Sony, just announce it. Please. Because you're annoying me. I love Assassin's Creed, and this is no exception to the actual series. 1, 2 and 3 were just epic. This, not as epic, but it does the job perfectly well. So go out and get that. It plays exactly the same, just with a few touch screen modifications, and there is one bit where you have to aim the back camera over a light to actually bring up an image on a piece of paper, and that is pretty cool, I will admit. But yeah, go out and get that, because it is epic. Unfortunately, that isn't coming out on PlayStation Network as an HD remake. If it was, I'd be getting it twice. It's that good. Obviously they can't because of the thingy, like that, you know, the camera bit. But anyway, last but not least is a PSP game, which, again, played before, not the best of PSP games at all, but I'm collecting for it, so anything I can get my hands on for cheap, I will. And again, the game in question is Sonic Rivals 2. As you can probably tell from the awkward silence, I really have nothing to say about it. It's a racing game. That's as far as it goes. It's a racing game. You race different characters from the actual series. At the beginning you pick from 4 different teams, which consists of 2 people. And don't get me wrong, I like Sonic. But that to hold a Sonic name is tragic. It's not so much a bad game, or at least it wouldn't be if it had the name Sonic in it. When you look at Sonic, you think speed, you think adventure. This is none of those things. It's a good game without Sonic in it. If they'd have put it as something else completely different, it'd have been perfectly good. But with Sonic in it, it's just... it's not really a Sonic game at all. And unfortunately it falls short of a lot. If you are collecting for the PSP, then feel free to go out and get it. But again, like I said with Liberation, don't just go out and buy a PSP just for this, because it's epically not worth it. So, you know. But anyway, guys, like I said, just don't bother yourself with it. Yeah, I've sat back. But yeah, that's the last one. I've got a few other bits coming up, which hopefully will all pan out. We're having a bit of issues at the moment with, like I say, I've been going through a bit at the minute. As you can tell, I'm not shaved or anything. That's not my issue. But yeah, the gaming has been put on a relative amount of hold for the moment. But I've got a few bits and pieces coming up, hopefully. I've got a DS coming, which I've told you guys about before because my other one broke. I would have showed you that if I hadn't have chucked it away first. But yeah, actually I didn't chuck it away, I sold it for scraps, sorry. But if I'm honest, everything at the moment that I've got is basically been a small amount. Uncharted was £12 and that was from CEX. Assassin's Creed Liberation I believe was 15 second hand. The only reason I got that is because I've been dying to play it, and you know, it's one of those things. As for that, it cost me about £8. Gutted that I paid that much for it. I thought it might have been a good deal, you know. But like I say, it's been a slow gaming week. again, as for the YouTube thing, which everyone's going on about, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I believe, if you guys are aware, Classic Game Room, who is, well, was on here, and they have several other channels, obviously, Classic Game Room, CGR Undertow, a few others as well, but those are the two main ones, CGR Undertow and Classic Game Room. I believe Mark has left YouTube and is only actually doing videos through his website. If you do watch them and you haven't seen the videos lately, then go to his website to see the videos. He hasn't disappeared off YouTube. He's only doing like small little videos of them, of previews that he's actually doing on his website. So go to classicgameroom.com, go there and you'll have them. I enjoy what he does. I think he's an awesome guy because, you know, it's funny. He does it in a way that makes you laugh. On top of that, now everybody else knows that obviously I do love my films. Every now and then you'll see a film on the channel which I pick up. Now, one of my favourite set of films is Fast and Furious franchise, and unfortunately, as everybody probably already knows by now, Paul Walker tragically died in a car crash while promoting one of his charities, and it's a real shame, if I'm honest, because awesome actor. It was also with his, I believe it was his mechanic as well. One of his friends was his mechanic, and he was also in the car, and he died as well. So while I'm on here, I just want to say, such a tragic loss to the film world, fans, family alike. Doesn't matter who you are. Everybody will know about how that can feel if you've lost somebody. And it's tragic, especially the way that he died. But yeah, my thoughts go out to them as well. I know it's a bit late, that happened a couple of weeks back now, but like I said, my heart goes out to those guys, fans, family, friends, because it's not right at all. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, and like I say every video, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I shall see you guys in another video. Alright guys, see you later on, and happy gaming in the meantime.